The Stonecrest Podcast.
Spreading awareness within our community.
First of all, I would like to thank you for uh, being here this morning. Last week, our family was deeply saddened, yet grateful to be alongside a truly remarkable businessman. He was a passionate servant for our community. He passed at the age of 80. I was blessed and honored to be beside him these last several weeks. Blessed and honored to hear his voice these last several weeks, and to hear his cry these last several weeks. As a staple and beloved figure by the constituents of Stonecrest, DeKalb County, Georgia, even the nation. Mr. Allen was a pioneer, as we know, and an iconic businessman who served as an inspiration for countless entrepreneurs throughout the state of Georgia and across the nation. He's known locally here as the Wiz of Stonecrest. Mr. Allen was a visionary who saw potential when others saw obstacles. He created a multitude of platforms for African American and minority entrepreneurs to build and grow their businesses, foster economic independence, and develop communities and community resiliency. Most notably, he is the founder here of the new Black Wall Street Market, located right here in the city of Stonecrest. As you know, this was a vital part of his life. The revitalization of the spirit of the Black Wall Street that was located initially over 100 years ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Mr. Allen also launched the Allen Entrepreneurial Institute. This institute has provided thousands and thousands of education and entrepreneurial uplift to thousands of both secondary as well as post-secondary students throughout the United States at no charge. My father gave millions and millions and millions to the cause of increasing minority, women-owned, and minority businesses. To that extent, I truly know that his heartbeat was entrepreneurism, and he was specifically called to Black America, Black and brown African Americans, and minorities to increase their ownership. He was known unapologetically for speaking to legislators to give more financial literacy in the African American community that would reduce the number of jobs, and increase the number of ownership, business. Most people know my father as being a Stonecrest businessman. But this man was a global man. He was known throughout the world. He traveled the world. He had charter schools, post-secondary schools throughout the United States. And not only post-secondary schools, secondary schools, but even pre-K, primary schools, in which he started Do Re Mi, and these were strong enterprises that gave rise to doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and even today, many of those graduates from the academies have actually visited the new Black Wall Street market. While the loss of our loved one is deeply felt, we are determined to run with his same spirit and his vision. His dream was to build the new Black Wall Street, and in building the new Black Wall Street, that this would be the prototype to the village that would be built here in the city of Stonecrest. As the largest commercial landowner here in the city of Stonecrest, this was his retirement. This was his legacy that he wanted to do. And we all know at the age of 80, that's a big undertaking. But we had the right people around us, and we had the right staff with us, and we had the right leader. Unfortunately, my godfather passed away, and I was reading an article today, and articles have been going out from all over the country, but this is the official announcement. So despite whatever is out there on the internet, social media, and publications, the family is speaking today, and this is the official announcement. And so I would like to say that the torch is just now being lit to a higher standard. My father was strong behind excellency, nothing less than excellence. And so now, this team that he's poured many years into, as well as our staff that are not sitting at this table, they have the clarion call, and that is to run with the vision. The market is not closing. The market is still under its culminating phase of being finished. As you know, COVID gave us a huge hit, and building has slowed down drastically throughout the nation. However, we are continuously moving, and I want to assure the public, I want to assure our constituents in the city of Stonecrest that our best days are yet to come. I had the personal honor yet pain of standing beside and holding my godfather's hand as he took his last breath. And I want to submit this, and this is not on my record, that his breath was a Stonecrest breath. It was a breath for the new Black Wall Street. It was a breath for his people. So I want to be very transparent. It was not peaceful because he could not rest knowing that there was the work that was not undone, that was work that needed to be done. And what we assured him was that we would continue the work, and we would actually take the work to a higher level. Legacy doesn't start while you live. Legacy starts after you leave. And one of the things that he said to me was, son, you don't have to ever tell anyone who you are, what you've accomplished, what you do. Let your work speak for itself. Leicester Bill Allen work has spoken, not just here, but throughout this entire world. And unfortunately, he could not see in reality the fulfillment and finish of the new Black Wall Street and the village. But we are prepared with strength and fortitude to make his dream a reality.
We stand committed to the fulfillment of Mr. Allen's dream that we would support the businesses here at the New Black Wall Street Market. The market is not closing. The market is looking at how do we improve our programs, how do we improve our services to both our entrepreneurs and the broader community. We're working diligently to look at all aspects of what we're doing and making significant improvements in what we're doing and taking it to the next level. A big part of this institute was Mr. Allen, of course. Oftentimes, with Mr. Allen, we didn't have opportunities to collaborate with other government entities, other private sector entities. So in the next few weeks, we'll be working aggressively to meet with leaders who have been charged with economic development, who have been charged with supporting entrepreneurs of color, and looking at how do we work together to continue improving the outcomes for African American entrepreneurs, in particular women entrepreneurs. And so we stand behind Dr. Brady, who is going to continue to carry that torch and push forward from both a family perspective and from the business perspective. We're with you, Dr. Brady. We're going to be in the trenches, making sure that we work with city, county, state, and federal officials to support something that is working. And that's one thing that I think is very important for us to understand. While we have had difficulties, this project is working. We see entrepreneurs growing, we see businesses growing, and we must continue to follow in Mr. Allen's footsteps. And we must continue to make sure that we cement this legacy as the new Black Wall Street Market. We look forward to pushing forward with the development of the new Black Wall Street International Village as well. And so, we just met with our members this morning and assured them that we will continue. Mr. Allen said to me one time, Matt, I'm in the middle of this water and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue to push forward. Y'all just follow me and we're going to make it. And so he pushed as hard as he could, and we owe it to him to fulfill this legacy by continuing to press forward. And again, we invite leaders, and we will be coming to leaders at all levels to continue to work with us to build upon the new Black Wall Street Market as we follow in Mr. Allen's footsteps.
I would like to also say to the staff that we can't make this happen. We could not have come this far without a great staff, and I would like to recognize at the latter, as we were coming into this press conference, I was looking for Dr. Chan, and he was somewhere working. But this is, I would like to know, I would like for everyone to know that the Allen legacy is an international, truly international legacy. Our most senior staff goes back to 1997. And that is Dr. Chan here, our director of IT. And I felt that he needed to be at the table because he is the elder. He knows the history. And so I would like to thank you, Dr. Chan, and also honor you and recognize you. Indeed, we have a great Yali fellow, a man who left Nigeria to come and work, leave his company, which is a successful company in Nigeria, and works with various major Fortune 500 companies to come here and work with Mr. Allen, and that is Alola Day. Alola Day is our chief of staff, and he is he's not a man that stands on his own. He stands with a collective, and so I do want to one give him recognition, honor. Also, I would like to acknowledge Dana, my sister, who's not with us right now. She's in Chicago, but also Mr. Allen's wife. She's here, and so we're all boots on the ground. And so we would like to just thank the public. My phone has been ringing off the hook. I have two phones, both have been ringing, 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 and I've gotten calls from ambassadors throughout the world. I've gotten calls from prime minister. I've gotten calls from all over, text messages from all over, and we will be following up with those calls. I was just speaking with former lieutenant governor, and I'm just amazed at how the work is beginning to speak even more rapidly. And so I'm so optimistic, and I want everyone to galvanize. This is the time that we come together, we lean and we depend on and we hold them accountable, our elected officials. We need you. We need you at the table. If you're not at this table, then give us the table and we'll come to that table. This is the time. Many of the elected officials have come through this market. Many iconic individuals have come through this market. Now we compel you to come, and let's not fight amongst ourselves, but let's get the job done and build this village so that Black, brown, African Americans, minorities of all could actually develop a strong economic ecosystem, something that we all talked about, but now it's time to work about it. And so I'd be remiss if I did not allow our chief of staff to make a statement, as he's worked diligently and continues to work diligently day and night, day and night, day and night. And so.
All right. The key thing that needs to be said has been said. I think the most important thing is the reassurance that we're going to continue to build on Bill Allen's legacy. And like they say, there is no testament without death of the testator. And now the testament is here. And everyone sitting around this table is going to play a critical role in ensuring that we deliver on this mission that we've started on. Thank you.
Just one more comment. I'm going to keep this very, very clear. Again, he transitioned into rest at the age of 80. What a beautiful age. As I sit there looking at him, Dr. Chan, his chief of staff, Alola Day, was there. 80 years old. And most people know him as a sprint runner. He could outrun anyone at this table. But at the time when he's tired, and he said it several times, I'm tired. I've given the foundation I've laid it. I've given you foundation. Now it's time for you all to run with it. But it saddens me that he didn't transition peacefully. He transitioned with the weight of a local government fighting against the vision to improve the local government and the citizens of this county and this city. He wasn't concerned about what will the grandkids think. What do I need to do about my daughter? What do I need to do about, I need to talk with my wife and settle some things. He transitioned with the weight of this city on him, only wanting to make the city of Stonecrest this strong economic black and brown powerhouse. And I would just ask that the city of Stonecrest and the leadership of Stonecrest come together with our family, with our vision, so that we can integrate and align our vision with the leadership's vision and work together. It's time to work together. He waited on a response, but he never received a response. Clearly, there will be some structural changes. Absolutely. I was just speaking with our chief of staff, and he was sharing with me that he's already drafting in its early stage, but yet rapid stage, some structural changes that he will be implementing. I look at it like this. Everyone who knows Leicester Bill Allen knows that he was a very consistent and persistent and aggressive businessman. And so we are going to keep the same spirit, but we are going to make changes to address business, technology, innovation. Some of those 2024 changes for that 2024 entrepreneur, looking at how can we better improve access. And so meeting with all of our stakeholders and discussing cooperative, true cooperative, not coming from just one person, but having a cooperative around the table. Everyone who steps foot in this market, and everyone who will step foot in the village, that we will see in our time built, they will understand the concept that it takes a village to become an ecosystem among itself.
And to that point, too, I want to add and kind of piggyback Dr. Brady. One of the things that we've learned is that we have got to give our consumer an experience when they come here. So you'll see an increase in experiential retail, in tours. Also, Mr. Allen gave Olalade, and I think he should speak to this point. He gave him the charge to begin and activate our land development and the land development of the New Black Wall Street International Village, which gives us the opportunity to begin working with African American builders and developers. We also are working aggressively. We understand where we are in that we're in the Black Hollywood of the South. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking at aggressively how do we work with the film industry as well. And so, I think Olalade should speak to what we're doing on the land development side, because we're working very aggressively on that side of it too. And so Mr. Allen left us with so many resources and assets to leverage, to work, and to bring together this ecosystem. So you'll see a lot of that being a lot more being activated. And Ololade, I would love to get your thoughts on your strategies with as the chief of staff on the land development activities for the village.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everyone. I think the first thing we need to understand regarding this entire vision is the market is a prototype of a larger picture. The new Black Wall Street market is a smaller prototype of the new Black Wall Street village, international village. And as Dr. Brady said, Bill Allen remains the largest landowner in the city of Stonecrest. And all of that land has one purpose: to help increase the size of minority and the size and number of minority and women-owned businesses. In recent times, we've had a lot of interests in our land and our development, and going forward, we'll be moving forward with pursuing those interests. Myself, Dr. Brady, Matt, and other members of the family have been working to ensure that we push, the development of this village as quickly as possible, so that we can see the transition and the coming to fruition of the building of an actual new Black Wall Street, where Black and minority people are thriving and building businesses that are global and are relevant on a global scale. So you see us do that in coming days.
And one last point I wanted to also clarify too. I think there will be a renewed commitment to young people. Mr. Allen supported young people through camp exposure, through the HBCU programs that we did at the main campus. And I think one of the things is Teron Wallace has been one of the young people that has worked directly with Mr. Allen in building this facility. And I think it's important for you as the junior statesman at the table to talk about how Mr. Allen impacted you as a young man as we built this market out. I think that's very important for people to understand Mr. Allen's commitment to young people and how real that was. And I think Teron Wallace, our facility manager, has worked very closely with Mr. Allen. And I would love for you to make comments about your relationship with him and what it is as a young person, what you have experienced from Mr. Allen.
This opportunity to build the new Black Wall Street market was incredible. I worked over 80 hours a week, and while Mr. Allen was 77, he showed up every day. I was trying to keep up with him, as Brady said about him being a sprinter. Him being 50 years older than me, I was trying to keep up with him. He was extremely committed to seeing the market be a success, and he was extremely committed at making sure that minority and women-owned businesses throughout the United States and globally, they thrived. And so he absolutely changed my life. I don't even recognize the person that I am today because I was improving on a daily basis. He constantly challenged me to be the best person that I could be. And in turn, my entire family, all of my friends, they see the changes, and everybody had been inspired by the person that I had became by working directly with him. I think I've had a priceless opportunity that I could get nowhere else in this world. I couldn't pay for it. I couldn't even afford it. He was an amazing man to me, and he was like a father. I got to spend over 1,000 hours with him and check in with him every day. And every day I had to come to him with the plan. And he never allowed me to slip. If I was BSing him, he would call it out and he would get me together. And anytime he chastised me, he would always make sure that he built me up right after that. And it meant everything it meant everything to me to know that he believed in me.
I think it should be clear also for the record that Leicester Bill Allen wasn't trying to make money. And I know that can be, how can a businessman not try to make money? Over the last 60 plus years, Leicester Bill Allen made money. Leicester Bill Allen was a multimillionaire when he had Do Re Mi chain of daycare centers in Detroit. He came to Georgia with a call. And yes, he is the largest landowner here in Stonecrest, commercial landowner. However, he continued to speak ownership, ownership, ownership. To this day, we have individuals who want to purchase land that will flow into the vision of this village. But we are held up by local government. And so we would like for the condolences to just be actions at this point. He often said all the time, words are nothing, be a doer. I appreciate the condolences from all of our local elected officials, those who have sent condolences. We have dynamic council members who have reached out. I'm not aware if the mayor has reached out. But to all of our political officials who have reached out, our local political officials, local government starts the movement. So I would just ask, on behalf of the family, please, if you would like to give condolences, give us condolences with actions. Allow us to begin to build this village, sell various parts of the land so that we can continue to bring this dream into a reality. Because right now, we're at a standstill.
There are no more questions. That will conclude our press conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job. Sir.
You want to stand up or sit down?
One sitting and then one standing probably.
For last minute, not too long.
Who are they looking at first?
I'm good. I'm the general vicinity. I'm good with capturing that.
Okay, everybody, eyes right here.
We're gonna stand in real quick.
I'm gonna say everybody right here. Wonderful.
Everybody look right.
Hey, Leslie, also we have with us Ruben. Ruben has been a part of the Allen movement since he was 12 years old. And Ruben is a graduate of Morehouse. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so 12 years old and a graduate of Morehouse, and he is definitely a mentee, and this is what this is what the Allen legacy gives rise to. From 12, graduate of Morehouse, into entertainment and just coming back home just to be a part. And so, thank you, Ruben, so much.
Absolutely, Dr.
All right.
Roddy. Thank you. Appreciate that.
The Stonecrest Podcast.
Spreading awareness within our community.